Veganism has seen a tremendous rise over the past decade, and what once seemed like a niche movement is now becoming mainstream. More and more people are choosing to replace animal products in their diet with plant-based alternatives. Whether motivated by concerns about health, the environment, or animal welfare, millions of people worldwide are making the switch. But how do vegan alternatives to popular animal products stack up? Do they really offer the same satisfaction, taste, and nutritional value as their non-vegan counterparts? Today, we're going to explore this question in depth. Many people have reservations about vegan alternatives. If you've been raised on a diet that includes meat, cheese, eggs, and milk, it can be hard to imagine that anything else could taste the same, let alone better. But as the market for vegan food grows, the variety and quality of vegan alternatives are also improving at a remarkable rate. This makes it an exciting time to explore the range of plant-based options available, and today we're going to take a deep dive into what's out there. Before diving into specific products, it's important to address a key question: why switch to vegan alternatives at all? There are a number of reasons. First, there's the environmental impact. Producing animal products is resource-intensive, requiring vast amounts of land, water, and feed. Livestock farming is a significant contributor to greenhouse gas emissions, with methane from cows being particularly harmful. By choosing plant-based alternatives, you're making a more sustainable choice, helping to reduce your carbon footprint. Then there's the health aspect. Many studies suggest that a diet rich in plant-based foods can lower your risk of heart disease, high blood pressure, type 2 diabetes, and certain cancers. Plant-based alternatives to animal products often contain less saturated fat and cholesterol, making them a healthier option for many people. Plus, these products are often fortified with vitamins and minerals that are beneficial to a balanced diet, like calcium and B12, both of which are important for bone health and overall well-being. Of course, ethical concerns also play a big role for many people. The welfare of animals raised for food has long been a hot topic, with industrial farming practices often criticized for being inhumane. By opting for vegan alternatives, you're choosing not to contribute to industries that rely on the exploitation of animals. Now that we've touched on the reasons why people might be interested in trying vegan alternatives, let's talk about the actual products themselves. When it comes to popular animal products, we're talking about things like meat, cheese, eggs, and milk. These are staple foods in many people's diets, and finding plant-based alternatives that can replace them without sacrificing flavor or nutrition is key. Let's start with meat alternatives. Meat is often the centerpiece of a meal, and for many people, it's hard to imagine a meal without it. Fortunately, there are a growing number of plant-based options that are designed to mimic the taste, texture, and even the cooking experience of meat. Brands like Beyond Meat and Impossible Foods have made headlines with their plant-based burgers that look, cook, and taste remarkably like beef. These burgers are made from ingredients like peas, soy, and even beets, which give the patties a juicy, meaty quality. But what makes them so similar to meat is their use of plant-based proteins that mimic the texture of muscle fibers found in animal meat. One of the most impressive things about these burgers is how close they come to the real thing. When grilled or cooked in a pan, they even sear and release juices, much like a traditional beef patty would. The flavor, too, is surprisingly rich and savory. Some people find it hard to believe that they're not eating meat when they take a bite. These alternatives have revolutionized the way people think about plant-based eating because they've managed to offer a product that satisfies the craving for something meaty without the need for an animal to be involved. Beyond burgers, there are plenty of other vegan meat alternatives available. Tofu, tempeh, and seitan are longtime favorites among vegans and vegetarians. Tofu is made from soybeans and has a neutral flavor, which means it can absorb the flavor of whatever you cook it with. It's versatile and can be used in everything from stir-fries to smoothies. Tempeh is also made from soybeans but has a firmer texture and a nuttier flavor. It's a great option for people looking for something with more bite to it. Seitan, made from wheat gluten, has a chewy, meaty texture and is often used in dishes that call for a dense, hearty protein. Plant-based sausages, chicken nuggets, and even fish alternatives are also making their way onto grocery store shelves. Some of these products are made from soy, while others use pea protein or mushrooms as a base. They're designed to mimic the flavor and texture of the animal-based products they're replacing, and while they might not be a perfect match, they come close enough to satisfy most cravings. Next up, we have cheese. Cheese is often cited as one of the hardest things to give up when going vegan. People love the rich, creamy, melty texture of cheese, and it's a key component in so many dishes, from pizza to pasta. But just because you're choosing not to consume dairy doesn't mean you have to give up cheese entirely. There are now vegan cheeses that come impressively close to the real thing. Many vegan cheeses are made from nuts, with cashews being a popular choice due to their creamy texture. But you can also find vegan cheeses made from coconut oil, soy, or even potatoes. Brands like Violife and Neocos are leading the charge with plant-based cheeses that melt, stretch, and have that rich, tangy flavor you'd expect from traditional cheese. Violife's cheddar and mozzarella alternatives are particularly popular because they melt beautifully, making them perfect for grilled cheese sandwiches, pizza, or mac and cheese. Neocos uses traditional cheese-making methods to create aged, artisanal vegan cheeses that are perfect for a cheese ball. The flavor and texture of vegan cheese have come a long way in recent years, and while they're not identical to dairy cheese, they're getting closer all the time. In fact, many people find that once they get used to the slightly different taste, they enjoy vegan cheese just as much as the real thing. It's worth noting that vegan cheeses are often lower in saturated fat than dairy cheeses, which is another bonus for people looking to make healthier choices. Now let's talk about milk. Cow's milk has been a dietary staple for centuries, but for people who are lactose intolerant, allergic to dairy, or simply looking to cut down on their consumption of animal products, plant-based milks offer an excellent alternative. The most common types of plant-based milk are made from soy, almonds, oats, or coconuts, but you can also find milk made from hemp, rice, or peas. Each type of plant-based milk has its own unique flavor and texture, so it's worth trying a few different kinds to find the one that works best for you. Soy milk is one of the most popular plant-based milks because it's high in protein and has a creamy texture that's similar to cow's milk. It's also a good source of calcium, and many brands fortify their soy milk with vitamins and minerals to make it even more nutritionally comparable to dairy milk. Almond milk is another popular option, especially for people who prefer a lighter, slightly nutty flavor. Oat milk has gained a lot of traction in recent years, especially among coffee drinkers, because it froths well and has a naturally sweet flavor that complements coffee. In terms of cooking and baking, plant-based milks can often be used in the same way as dairy milk. Whether you're making pancakes, smoothies, or creamy sauces, plant-based milk can step in as a direct replacement. The key is to experiment with different types of milk to see which one works best for your needs. Eggs are another challenging product to replace, especially in baking. Eggs provide structure, moisture, and richness to many recipes, so finding a vegan alternative that can do the same is crucial. Fortunately, there are a number of options available. Flax seeds and chia seeds can be mixed with water to create a gel-like substance that works as a binder in baking, while mashed bananas or applesauce can be used as a replacement for eggs in recipes like muffins or cakes. For people who want something that more closely mimics the texture and flavor of scrambled eggs, there are products like Just Egg, which is made from mung beans and scrambles up just like traditional eggs. It's perfect for making omelets, frittatas, or breakfast sandwiches, and many people find that it tastes remarkably similar to the real thing. One of the great things about vegan alternatives is that they allow you to enjoy the foods you love without the need for animal products. You don't have to give up your favorite meals or compromise on flavor. There's a vegan alternative for almost everything. And as the demand for plant-based products continues to grow, so too does the variety and quality of options available. But what about nutrition? Are vegan alternatives as nutritious as their animal-based counterparts? In many cases, they are, and in some cases, they're even healthier. As we mentioned earlier, vegan alternatives to meat and dairy products tend to be lower in saturated fat and cholesterol, which is good news for heart health. They're also often rich in fiber, which is something you don't get from animal products. Fiber is important for digestive health and can help lower your risk of heart disease, stroke, and certain cancers. Many vegan products are fortified with vitamins and minerals, which makes it easier to meet your nutritional needs. For example, plant-based milks are often fortified with calcium, vitamin D, and B12, all of which are important for bone health and overall well-being. Meat alternatives, like Beyond Meat or Impossible Foods, are often fortified with iron and other essential nutrients to ensure they provide a comparable nutritional profile to beef or chicken. One thing to keep in mind is that not all vegan products are created equal. Just like with any type of food, it's important to read labels and make informed choices. Some vegan products can be high in sodium or added sugars, so it's a good idea to choose whole, minimally processed options whenever possible. So, where can you find these vegan alternatives? You don't have to go to a specialty store to find plant-based products anymore. Most major grocery stores now carry a wide range of vegan options. Many brands offer plant-based versions of everything from yogurt to ice cream, and as demand for vegan products continues to rise, the availability and variety of options will only continue to grow. Making the switch to vegan alternatives doesn't have to be difficult or overwhelming. Whether you're looking to cut back on your consumption of animal products or make a full transition to a vegan diet, there are plenty of delicious, nutritious options available. And with so many new products hitting the market all the time, there's never been a better time to give vegan alternatives a try. At the end of the day, the choice to switch to vegan alternatives is a personal one. Whether you're motivated by health, environmental concerns, or a desire to reduce animal suffering, there are plenty of compelling reasons to explore plant-based options. And as we've seen, you don't have to give up the flavors and textures you love in order to do so. Vegan alternatives to popular animal products have come a long way, and they're only getting better. So why not give them a try? You might be surprised at just how good they are.